In an exclusive interview with Tucker Carlson, Kanye West sits down and chews the fat, drops hammers,
What the fuck?
and gives 0 points. I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Jasper Gonzo here, another episode of What's Next, your daily dose as always. Hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful day. We get to Kanye West. Kanye West, iconic rapper, controversial at times, specifically when he teamed up with Donald Trump early in Trump's term, and of course, Kanye got labeled a traitor and a racist. Created Blexit with Candace Owens. That went for a little while. Then he walked away from the limelight. Continued to do his producing. But now he's back. He teamed up with Candace Owens once again in Paris for his clothing line. And one of those pieces was t-shirts that said White Lives Matter. Ah, shit. Now you know it's going to hit the fan now. Well, with that being said, he sits down with an exclusive with Tucker Carlson. Oof. This should be good. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Kanye West. I'm pro-life. I care about the fact that there are more black babies aborted than being born in New York City. Rap icon and billionaire fashion mogul Kanye West reinstated his well-known pro-life stance during an explosive interview with Tucker Carlson on Thursday, citing the abundance of black babies being aborted in New York City. We'll get to that interview in just a bit. The background. Wearing a photograph of the baby's ultrasound, Kanye expresses support for pro-life cause while highlighting the overwhelming number of black babies aborted in the United States. I'm pro-life, he said. What kind of response do you get, Carlson asked. I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there are more black babies being aborted in New York City at this point. The 50% of black death in America is abortion. I really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one. That is God. And then again, of the interview.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Kanye West, now known as Ye, is one of the best-selling musical artists in the world. He's also in recent years become a celebrated and very highly paid fashion designer. And of course, for a decade, he's well known to TV audiences as an in-law of the Kardashian family. But it's West's latest incarnation as a kind of Christian evangelist that brought us to his office in Los Angeles today for the interview you're about to see. Days ago, during Fashion Week in Paris, West, accompanied by his friend Candace Owens, unveiled a t-shirt that read simply, White Lives Matter. The response from the fashion industry and international media was instantaneous and uniform. Shock, horror, rage. There is no excuse for this, thundered the New York Times. West is legitimizing extremism, shrieked Rolling Stone.
Of course. Come on.
What was strikingly missing from the coverage
I'm
was any
triggered.
explanation for why West did this. What was the t-shirt about? No one seemed to think to ask him, much less to listen to what he had to say. Instead, the enemies of his ideas dismissed West, as they have for years, as mentally ill. Too crazy to take seriously. Look away, ignore him. He's a mental patient. There's nothing to see here. But is West crazy? You can judge for yourself as you watch what we're about to show you. He has his own ideas, we can say that. Creative people tend to. That's why they're artists, not actuaries. His free-form social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest emotions right onto Instagram. The effect can be jarring, and it's often used as ammunition against him in the battle for influence over the minds of America's young people, and that battle is intense. But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes. But again, you can judge for yourself. Here it is.
We're not going to show the entire thing. We're just going to show a little bit of it.
And the lanyard's still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get?
Boom.
And good, amen. I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That
Hammer drop.
50% of black death in America is abortion. So
Another hammer
I
drop.
really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
Facts. Boom.
I'm starting to see why they want to make you be quiet. When did you start to feel this way? When did you start to realize this?
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office and I liked him.
Yes.
And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me, told me, like, if I said that I liked Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said
He ain't
that I would
lying.
be killed for.
I'm sure they said, Kanye, don't do it.
Wearing
Don't
the
do it.
hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be greenlit, and that means that they're going to beat them up if they wear it. And I'm like, you know, okay, green light me then. You know, God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago that, you know, he made me for such a time like this. It's like
Maybe the final, I think this is.
The first indication that West might become a massive problem for the industrial deception complex came in 2015 and 2016 when Donald Trump appeared. And West had a very strong gut reaction to Trump that was very positive, and the people around him were panicked by this. The last thing you could have is one of the most popular pop culture figures in America coming out for Donald Trump. So they applied intense pressure to get him back on the script. And apparently his wife was part of that, his former wife, Kim Kardashian, who West now learns had a very close relationship with the Clintons and people around the Clintons. He had no idea. His relationship with Trump, on the other hand, flourished, and he got a window into the people around Trump. And in this clip, you'll hear him assess what happened inside the White House. Very interesting. Watch.
It was interesting. A friend of mine told me that Chris and Kim had called him because he had influence inside of the black community, and had called him to say, to get him to influence people to take the vaccination. Mm-hmm. And I don't have an opinion on that. I just want to state that as a flat statement. But it was wild that I didn't know how close
Interesting
my
that he
own
didn't
wife
want to have an
was
opinion on it.
to the Clintons. I didn't know, you know, I didn't realize
Nice
it at the
photo
time.
bomb by
But you
Kanye.
were married to her.
And well, I was married to her.
Yeah.
How close was she to the Clintons?
I mean, cell phone away, like, or hey, tell Ye to say this away, or hey, go out and use your platform to push the vaccination away. I mean, not away, but like, take the away part. But
Do you feel like at times you were manipulated by political forces through your wife?
Here we go.
Manipulation. But yes, there was some manipulation. Me not saying I like Trump was a form of a manipulation.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why did you like him, by the way? You said you liked him early, like you saw him.
I mean, I keep telling this joke. If people say Trump was the first black president, I'm gonna be the first Latino president, because all the values, the conservative values, just line up. Come on, man, Trump's the shit. What do you mean? He has his own buildings. What are you talking about? He's like Ralph Lauren. Yeah. He made Ivanka.
Business mogul.
You like Ivanka?
Yeah.
It is a lot
you-
longer. My thoughts. Once again, Kanye doubles and triples down regarding his pro-life stance, and also was citing stats in regards to the aborted black babies in New York City. But of course, you have to take all that into consideration in regards to the out-of-wedlock births and also employment versus unemployment. All that plays into it. But Kanye is not walking away. Kanye is not backpedaling. He's not going, well, I said that then. This is what I say now. No, I said what I said then. I say what I say now. It's the same. For him, there was a simpatico between him and Trump as far as their values lining up, as he said. Now, the whole situation with his ex, Kim, and the Clintons, I won't be surprised. It's celebrity. They all, they all travel in those same circles, politics and celebrity. Interesting note that he brought up the vax and said, well, I'm just going to use that as a flat statement. I really don't have an opinion on that right now. But then again, he said later that he was kind of told, well, in regards to taking the vax, just a call away from that, So, yeah, he kind of tipped his hand. He tipped his hand there in regards to him being told to say something that he wasn't 100% on or stood by. Read to that if you will. But interesting conversation. I saw the entire interview. Like I said, at points it was very eye-opening. At points, you kind of scratch your head. But for the majority of it, he stood his ground. He stood his ground and stayed on point in regards to how he feels personally about certain important issues. And of course, the whole situation with the White Lives Matter t-shirt, which basically kicked off this whole situation. And a lot of people thought, well, he did it as a publicity stunt to wake people up. And you kind of can see that. Because Candace said in a interview, which a video I did the other day in regards to opening up the conversation. If this was one way to do it regarding the situation regarding abortion and out of wedlock births and what have you, and marriage and all the other situations and issues, then she did a damn good job, and he did a damn good job as well. So with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.